a month.
Yeah, I think that's not that's one of those fucking scams. Don't bother.
Oh my good God.
Yeah, no, it's not a scam. It's just one of their special prices.
So yeah, we probably want to go with mirror. That's
Did you check the full report at the bottom?
Yeah, I did. Down here.
What? No. All the way at the bottom. Full
All the way at the
report.
bottom.
Oh no, yeah. Check out full report. It's You'll see it there. It's like highlighted in the. It's not under the comments.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. And then they got like a.
report.
Yeah, they got like a PDF. My fucking these ads.
Data sources, yada. MLAB. Mid-level API is an open source networking library that offers great breadth of mid-level features like network VARs,
Of course, they
whatever
put
that
those
is.
first.
Scene management, remote procedure protocols, messaging, and more. The solution offers an abstract layer to enable the swapping of different transports depending on the topology and platforms you plan to ship with. Solution assumes some form of client-server topology, either a dedicated game server or a listen server. Ooh.
What enables you to write your physics just once?
Uh-huh.
And that's basically what. That's the key thing right there, right?
Yeah. Where you write it once and essentially you can call it inside the client as well as the server and compare depending on how far off, based on, but essentially make adjustments or whatever for what's returned.
Right. And that's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Like 1,000,000,000%. It's just
Yeah.
it's just what is what is the limitation zone? It's clearly what comes down to the limitations of amount of players is the amount of messages that have to be sent back and forth. But I mean, this is their state of the art. This is what this is supposed to be their newest like thing. This is what's supposed to be their mainstream like networking solution. Unity is working on right now. It's like in a stage where it's like they don't even have a clear answer how many players besides that fucking sample project, or that was like 4 people. But I was actually using this MLAPI shit on that 2018 FPS sample project. The latency was incredible, even though it's just myself. But I had like 3 players on, but I guess that was local. Yeah.
Console platform support not very much. So
Yeah,
it can work with Steam.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, I mean, honestly, console support should be here like by the time that thing is fucking finished, right?
Well, it's there. It's
Or
3
is
stars
complicated?
because it's not easy.
Oh, it's not easy. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because it's abstract.
Oh,
You
it's
have to like,
abstraction layer allows you to. Okay.
yeah, you have to build it, but you have some built-in things for most of it.
Oh, I see. Steam users cannot play Xbox users. Oh, crossplay. But it needs to be connected to a paid relay and transport. Like, you can still use the MLAPI, but you have to relay it to allow crossplay.
So we have to use a relay?
Just for that crossplay type of functionality, and that might be a result of its you know how old it is, right? Like that's clearly something that is sought after. You can use with a topology and server hosting.
If you want cheap prevention and large player scale, you can use MLAPI with a dedicated game server topology, but then server hosting costs with multiplay or another would be more expensive than using a relay. How much is... God, that would take me right out of the fucking thing. You know,
I think
make that link a target be an underscore void.
Oh, it didn't redirect to a new tab.
Yeah. Instead, you gotta hold the fucking shift. Yeah, what is the fucking...
Oh, I still right click.
Matchmaking.
Yeah, this is that thing. It's like they don't even see, they don't have pricing on it. That's the problem. They can't even put a real price on it.
I saw something in here the other day.
For price?
Yeah, I just had to look at it.
Oh, at the bottom, is that how much did it cost?
I think that's where I found it. On your infrastructure needs, but customers typically see savings versus single cloud vendor.
Yeah, see, it's like contact the team for a quote. You have to get a quote. It depends. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like knowing that, it's like I mean, the thing is, if we even ever come to the possibility of even getting players to the point where that would be a thing, then, or is literally has to be there even at the start, right?
Yeah, the server, yeah.
Oh, but it's like I think it's free to use. It's just if you want to start scaling, is that how it works? I think that's how it works. If you want to start scaling. Is then it has when you start like contacting them. I think isn't that how it works?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, what is this service is basically to allow us to do our
and this also allows cross play with all major platforms, including Google Stadia.
Yeah. Oh, and this allows you to scale with the multiple cross platforms as well.
Yeah.
So it's like the thing is like you could do this by yourself, but this is clearly
a lot though.
Yeah, this is clear. I know, but the thing is like, what is the difference of doing this yourself? Then it's not even a possibility, right?
It would take a lot more time. Essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind paying for it. It really depends on what it is. I don't think.
Yeah, we would. Have
I think it's free to use. It's just when you want to actually start.
To get started, what does it come up with? No, it's not free to use.
Oh,
individual. Personal.
Yeah, I thought you can just log in. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, you can just log into your
personal. Yeah.
It's free. You can just log into your it's actually in the some kind of account manager area of Unity for this. It's called like a multiplay area, and I think you can go in there and actually start looking at the guides. I think I went in there myself, so it's free. It's just so like this stuff is just for like customer service and like live 24/7
That's the pro. That's the pro.
yeah, we don't necessarily need these.
No, no, not
This is
that.
just for like 24/7 technical support. That's why these are so priced.
Yeah.
These don't fucking matter like at all.
Well, you also get the real-time cloud diagnostics right there.
Yeah, diagnostics.
that
We need
bad.
functionality. We just need it to work. We don't
Yeah.
like that's not a
So you said, how do you get there?
I don't know, click get started. I was dicking around with it one day. I got into some fucking menu like
Download the Unity Hub, choose your Unity version, start your project. Okay.
oh I never done download. No, they're just making you download Unity. I think you have to like look multiplay Unity Hub or some shit. I don't know. Let's see.
Documentation. Looks like it's just a
No, I was in a
complete profile, yada yada yada. Complete profile.
where was I? Oh, I'm not even signed in. Okay. Services? You click on your account and oh yeah, it's in Unity Gaming Services, and then they have multiplay at the very, very bottom.
So open. It's in the Unity Hub, right?
No, if you go on the Unity website and you click on your profile when you're signed in, you can click on something called it's called something like a hub or some platform unit services. Services, yeah, it's called services.
Services.
Join now. Oh yeah, you can join now. You have to. I agree. You have to agree to the. You have to be a manager or owner of a Unity organization. You're the owner, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you probably do that. No credit card required. Products are free of charge throughout the beta. Beta time frame is guaranteed through December 21st. After beta, products will be free to start and pay as you scale. So that's what they're saying. It's free to start, pay as you scale.
Nice. So I'm on.
Oh yeah, I clicked on relay because that's what either relay or lobby.
Probably.
I clicked on relay and then you can go on the a join now.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Oh, you gotta click about us and support. You gotta click on it.
Before or during a game, using simple tributes, players create public lobbies for the type of game they want to participate in. Other players to discover and join these lobbies through a quick customizable search. Invite-only lobbies also allow players to create private lobbies for select participants. Lobby works with other Unity services to improve overall developer and user experience. Enable or integrate the Unity relay service to enable event notifications, such as when a player leaves a lobby.
This shit is in production already. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you click the join now. Clearly, we need both, right? Like, what the...
Yep.
Why is it an option to just choose one of each? I mean, never mind. Just never mind.
In case you want to set up your own relay stuff.
In case you just want the relay. Okay.
Yeah.
I could be a manager as well, right? This is manager or owner.
It might be.
Yeah, it says manager or owner. So they mean...
Check your seating. I think you are. So essentially, I got a link in the project now.
Huh?
I think project settings. I got a link to service.
Oh.
Gotta go to services. And then it says, okay, we've already.
Should be called a
I
world.
think I already did that at some point. Project name, Unity organization. Yep.
What is the name of our project on here?
Unity Warborn Killer? Should be. It's under packs and games.
Yeah, I'm probably... Mine's a little all over the place because I got some shitload of random projects in here and I don't see ours. I know we're on it, it's just maybe this page isn't showing it properly. I'll find it 1 second.
Organization settings. Organization members. Says you're an owner.
Yeah, but I don't even see our org. I think I have to do it through this other, like... Yeah, I gotta do it through this other, like, not through the game services. Axiom Games org.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just... Oh, we're both owners.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, so I'm not even a manager, so I'm fine to download to join it.
Yeah. Ooh, bro, there's so much for this. Relay remote config. Unity remote config is a cloud source that lets you tune and customize your app over the air without requiring an update to your game.
Oh, not the organization, but the project. Apparently you can select a project. Oh, and you selected when... Yeah.
No, I did the SDK download thing, and now it says I have access to all of it.
Oh. I see. I see.
Has access to download any of the following available pre-release packages.
So...
Select the packages you would like to install, and any package dependencies will be automatically selected. Next, generate a code snippet to post in the packages/manifest.json and the Unity editor.
Huh. Oh, and then they have the boss room sample and the game lobby sample. What is the game lobby sample? Create a typical game lobby experience. It also includes Vivox voice chat. Players can host lobbies that other players can join by using a public lobby or lobby code. This is a drag and drop solution. Maybe you should start with this. The game lobby sample. Features anonymous authentication login, track players' credentials without a persistent account, lobby creation, lobby query, relay obfuscation. Ooh, anonymous IP. Lobby and relay connection management. What about that? Oh, they even have a cute little UI setup. Oh, this is probably ripped out from the boss room sample.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it is, because it's got the UI and all that. Let's post it there. Although boss room sample, it's like I've never played this. I wonder what kind of features this thing already has. Like if it has a bunch of, although I mean you just fucking do it from scratch. Although this would be great to like for learning purposes, like how they did it, if we even bother with this. Oh, what do you think? You wanna does this look promising? Net code for game objects? Is the networking built in for the Unity game engines? I think this is the thing that
But we don't want. Wait, client hosted. Why? Do we want it to be client hosted? I thought that was a bad idea.
I mean, New World is client.
Yeah, that's why there's so many issues with it.
Yeah, but isn't there a reason why there's a client? Like, isn't the other way? I thought I was listening to it. Like, there's a reason why client is a thing, is used, and why its server is. It's like, isn't that more complicated? Do you know why?
So the reason why the client is used is pretty much to
save resources.
Save on calls, essentially. No, it's not resources.
Save
on calls, network calls.
Save on network calls. Doesn't
But when you're saving on the network calls, then you're not validating actual inputs from users that would detect.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I get that. Does Warzone client based?
I wouldn't know. To be honest, would not know.
Oh, I thought you could just
tell. No, I play on that.
What about Call of Duty's client based, right? For sure.
I don't know.
Their
play
lobby
on console.
Huh? Oh.
I play on console. I can't really do much of anything other than just
I'm
do
pretty
what
sure
the
Call of
game
Duty
allows.
is. I'm pretty sure Call of Duty, even on console, is client side. Or, fuck. It's like. But what do you think everyone uses? Client. Everyone goes with client side, right? Like, there's no way. Like, how much of a difference is the other option?
I mean, you can make it not as hackable with client side, but I mean, there's always going to be people who
Yeah,
actually
that.
like will go in and mod your files, you know.
Yeah, but it's like. um. We don't necessarily have to stress out that much about hackers fucking our stuff up. To be honest, like, isn't there a shitload of games that exist out there that are client hosted, and it's like
I have no
they
idea.
still deal with it. I thought a lot of games are client side because of limitations. I don't know. Maybe I think we need to understand client side versus before figuring that out. Um. Mm, maybe in like.
I'm cleaning my keyboard right now because it's so fucking dirty.
So the other one is called like server-based hosting, or what is it?
Server side off.
Server-sided authentication, authorization,
No, it's not authorization. It's authoritative. There's
authoritative.
client, yeah. Server side authoritative and client side authoritative.
Yeah, so server-side authoritative. Photon uses authoritative server side as a setup for the client. Photon uses it. Client-side hacking is much harder, near impossible. So yeah, Photon uses it. What about that? That's not answering a question. That's not.
No.
That doesn't. So. Because I'm pretty sure, like an MMO, they don't. I think it's not a good idea to use client side networking late. Yeah. To avoid input delay, you would need client side prediction. Oh, this might be hard to.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
what
that's
I was saying. A lot of them use a combination.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a hybrid as well that could exist, right? Which is basically like the middle ground for both sides, right? Or it's like maybe it's specific for what you want to authoritate. You can always use an anti-cheat to make it harder to cheat, but it will always be possible for a cheat no matter what. Though encryption is pretty reliable. What you can do to narrow down what kind of cheats are possible. This is done by making everything relevant to the gameplay server side. Everything relevant to gameplay server side. So as long as the gameplay is all server side, which is what the problem was with that fucking New World scenario, was that they had a gameplay, a non-intentional gameplay action, which is being able to move the fucking windowed mode, and then you're allowed to not take any damage on your client side. That's why that was happening. So maybe it depends on what we want to authoritative. It's not simple. For some reason, we've compiled some notes when building one. I guess it comes down to what you want to end up using. Examples of games that use a server authoritative, fully authoritative: Counter-Strike, Overwatch, World of Tanks, Ark, League of Legends, Dota. Mostly non-authoritative: Rust, The Division, The Forest. Deterministic networking. I don't know what that means. StarCraft.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
determine mystic.
Aaron, you should read this. I'm sending links in general chat now. If you want to check out the Photon frequently asked questions about authoritative servers, I think it's even they even talk about it for like other games too. Official dedicated servers: WoW, World of War Tanks, Rocket League, Arcade, Overwatch, PUBG. Player hosted dedicated. Yeah, that's not. P2P listen server.
So essentially, deterministic networking, from what I'm saying, is, once this loads up, is a capability to carry specified unicast and multicast data flows for real-time applications with extremely low data loss rates and bounded latency. Techniques used include reserving data plane resources for individual or aggregated deterministic networking flows in some or all of the immediate nodes.
We're not going to use this, right?
No.
Yeah, so let's just don't even need to know. Although, yeah, it seems like the third option, which is like the most awkward. It's only deterministic seems very specific. It's not even supported by Photon Bolt or the only in Photon Quantum, which is some kind of specific type of
$1,000 a month plus 50 cents per fucking call.
Yeah, so it's all very useful information, I guess.
I've played StarCraft too.
I mean, we could. I don't know to what degree we could manually identify anyone cheating, and then just straight up ban them.
So authoritative server, you can check. You can have server-side logic where if they're pressing a button, the client's going to tell them, "Hey, you're going to be up here," but that server will be registering, like seeing what those keys are too.
Yeah, but if someone's cheating for so long, you're going to be able to tell that something's wrong with their account because they have something done in there that is not normal. Is it not that simple? Like if you're someone who checks their shit, see if someone's actually cheating manually.
Not necessarily. It may not even come down to them having something in there they're not supposed to have. It could be just like, because it's going to be first person, they could end up having something like an aimbot hack.
Okay, and then what happens? And then you see that guy with the fucking 10,000 million more kills than everyone else. It's clearly a cheater, right? Or do you think they're gonna? You think that how are they gonna disguise themselves to what degree?
There's actually AI ones that where the person does most of the work, but then the AI picks it just enough to flick them on and whatnot.
Yeah, but you can. I know, but you can still see. You can still record how many times people kill somebody, right?
Well, yeah.
You can just compare, right? I mean, unless they're nonchalantly trying to cheat and not trying to, they're trying to keep it low on the amount of kills. It's like, but what happens if someone just starts bum rushing them and it's like it's clearly obvious. Like you're gonna find out eventually.
Well, the AI makes it just like super good players. Like
I know, but it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it's like it depends. Like, well, if we could figure out and also there's a reason why the people have report sending reports and stuff. Like we don't have to completely be scared of people cheating. There's a reason why they have like report this, report that. Like doesn't Fortnite and fucking Warzone still get hacked to this day? I mean probably Fortnite not anymore, but
no, Fortnite gets fucking hacked out.
Yeah, so it comes down to
asinine
the players as well to report this type of stuff, and then like I don't think it's gonna be that big. What, you think a bunch of people from somewhere are gonna come and just mass destroy everything if they get the chance? Like, uh, I don't know. Especially if it's being on Steam, and then I don't know. I don't think like if people really like if we're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be hackers, I don't know. I think we'd be in a better position to figure out how to deal with hacking, right? If we get to that point where there'd actually be hackers, people would actually play the game enough to have hackers in it. Like those are specific kinds of people. I think it's extremely low that we're gonna have to bother with any hacking. Um,
Yeah, in the beginning, we may not have any hacking.
that that's what I'm saying. It's like unless it's literally an overnight sensation, then I don't think it's a big deal to fucking um, call someone like with the Unity 24/7 motherfuckers on this thing, right?
Oh, they even have an in-game economy package in this thing.
Yeah. But
Holy crap.
you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's not that big a deal. Like server side is not that big a deal.
No.
Like we really don't have to bother with. I mean, we do have to bother. We really have to like, obviously not just forget about it, but
Yeah.
something we have to keep our eye on. Just keep our eye on it. You know, it's like the worst thing that. What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is that they lag the server out to the point where it's just unplayable. I don't know how you block fucking users without them like changing their IP and shit and then just coming back and all that. It's like that's a really dedicated hacker. And you just keep banning their accounts. You make the sign up process with you know, I don't know. You literally have to find a middle ground with that type of stuff.
We can always log IPs, you know.
Huh?
We can always log IP addresses.
Well, I mean, that's
That
what
way
we
if they
want.
do
That's what
something,
we'd want to do if we want to like diagnose why someone is coming constantly in and hacking the like screwing with the thing. Then yeah, that'd be a nice feature to log IPs.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong
we
with
can
that.
do that easily through.
Yeah,
through networking.
if that problem ever comes up, then yes, we should. Um, but I don't think it's something we should have to worry about exactly at the moment until it becomes a problem. Yeah, but with that being said, would you want to use this
Yeah.
would you want to use
this?
would you want to use Unities or would you want to use Photons?
Probably use Unities.
You
Considering it supports everything like Xbox, PlayStation, I mean iOS, Android, VR, you know.
Yeah, but I'm sure Photon does as well. Photon does as well.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is even though it's in previews, it's pretty much going to be an integration.
Yeah, like
already.
this is going to be the standard. This is it's just in development.
It's going to be standard.
Like this isn't
And
just
it
going to
may
be
change
fucking.
from time to time, and we might have to change it.
Oh,
around,
yeah.
but it's not that big of a deal.
That's the problem there. Why it's like considered not to be used for production is because it's in development still. Like it's literally in the middle of its development process.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, if they come up with an update,
And
we'll update it and change things we need to. But until then, I mean, because when you get the game, you know, it's just based on that specific package. That's that version, you know.
Yeah, and I guess the thing with Photon is that I think that they've been in the business and it's probably a lot more stable, a lot more reliable. But then again, who's saying that this isn't gonna shit itself too? I mean, they got the boss room working with 4 players. They had 2018 they had the 16 players with like AAA 3D. It played like it was basically Overwatch type game mode. Like that's what the latency type performance they were going for, was for low latency, so it could perform like for Overwatch type scenarios. You know how that's all like close combat. It relies on like lowest latency possible. Lots of fucking shit going on. Lots of bullets spraying on, and they're all projectile or like they're all projectile physics based as well, real time. Like that's what that thing was in 2018, and then that project just fucking got left behind. Kind of awkward. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It seems like they decided to just keep working on the networking thing and just like not update that FPS sample that is still in 2018 period.
We're not going to need the remote config, are we?
Is a cloud service that lets you tune and customize your app over the air without requiring and updating your game. What? Not no. That lets you tune, customize your app over the air without requiring an update to your game. What is that? Oh, maybe that's something like
Let's click.
I mean, maybe you could read into it. I don't know. There has to be some
To control properties in your game from anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like tweaking that shit. Like specific stuff, if you really wanted to, you could. Like literally in the game itself. Like what, from your web browser?
From anywhere. Yeah, it says use the remote as a cloud service that allows you to tweak values in your game without deploying a new Unity build. Adapt your game to different types of players or tune your game's difficulty curve in real time.
Oh, so without
Alter graphics based on device segmentation to optimize performance, roll out new features gradually while monitoring impact, tailor game settings to different geographical regions, run tests comparing the impact of different color styles, prices, copy, etc. Turn seasonal, holiday, or other time-sensitive events on or off remotely.
Oh.
Enable features for specific player segments.
Oh, so that's not necessarily like updating. That's just like controlling properties in your game from anywhere. So if you really wanted to turn on an event during the holiday season, then boom, boom, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that. I mean, that's cute. We could just also go in there and just send an update manually, but I guess this gives you a little bit more
so essentially you could tweak the properties and then
yeah, this isn't necessary for us right at the moment, right? We don't.
No,
this is like fancy.
For,
this is like fancy shit when it's done, right? Or kind of.
Sort of,
yeah.
You can still alter a lot of like options and stuff for specifically for the game at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then when it does roll out, you can pretty much run what they call alpha beta testing. Essentially, in the coding world they call it alpha beta testing, where you have one version that's running, and then you can set it up on here to be different for specific people and compare different statistics of those people. And then if it becomes popular that way, then you can actually create a build of the game to release everyone that way.
Oh, so you could have multiple builds on here, and then people will go.
Yeah, you can have multiple different things going on for different people, and without actually releasing a new build.
Right.
And what this is going to do is, you can turn on like an event for everybody. Like those would be just something like you just flip on and off, and you don't have to create a whole new build to include that event. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
But you can like tune different things and shit.
Okay, well,
what you think, like if you have an idea that players might like, then you can test it by turning that on for certain people and changing those properties for those things and see what players are playing the most out of it, how they're reacting
yeah,
to it
yeah,
based
yeah.
on
That,
chats
I wonder
and
what
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah. Huh. Sounds interesting.
And then you can eventually build those into the actual game to reflect for everybody if it's a popular thing. If it doesn't turn out popular, obviously you just turn it back off. It's like, no, okay.
Yeah, I see. Huh. Well, that's fancy. I can say that. That's just like
Yeah.
that's this fancy that's just fancy features.
Yeah, it is.
You don't necessarily need it for the moment.
Communicate across platforms. Yeah, we'll need relay, network profiler, enables creators. I don't understand what this profiler thing is.
Oh, it lets you look at live information. You probably want that. You definitely want that. Look at your live networking information real time with like a visual graph. It's if you've used the like the Unity profiler, then it's probably more than likely the same thing. Created to inspect detailed information about network related activity. Like this would be a godsend for you to even check on anything fucked up. Like you could see the network latency basically. Like everything detailed to the fucking inch. Yeah, it's you should definitely use that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
log economy, cloud save. Do we want cloud save? Do we?
Yeah. That would be like, say if we wanted to save like a progression for like first person, like the first person progression, like of the main story. Or I don't know, maybe build better
player experiences with seamless game data.
That's for like
data stored
like
securely in the cloud.
Yeah, like you know how you know how like console games normally now like mobile games would store like information to the cloud to save like local based stuff for like single player games. They would save that information to the cloud. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there's a reason why cloud save is good. For our game, it's like it depends exactly what we want to save to the cloud, so we could read from it. It's just like, yeah, I think you gotta understand it more. Learn more.
Player logs in, player search, and save and restore player state changes and restore when the game restarts.
See if learn more is I mean, does that make sense to you? 1, 2, 3. Oh fuck.
That didn't really do much.
Yeah. There's a learn more for the cloud on there? There's a cloud thing on there.
Use cloud save to store any kind of player data you want for a player of your game. This save data exists on Unity servers and the information is available from the Unity dashboard. You can retrieve the data on any device so your game easily supports cross-platform play. Okay. So essentially it's services to save persistent player data such as game progress from a cloud or from a game into the cloud, making it independent of device. So essentially this is cross-save. If you think about it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to get to explain. Yeah, persistent data for cross platforms.
Yeah. It's cross-save. Essentially it's independent of device. So you can play the game on console. And then say you get a PC that can run the game, you can download the game.
Oh, so that's for this.
Launch it.
Oh yeah, so this is for for like cross-platform cloud saving, basically.
Yeah, for cross-platform cross-save.
Okay, so yeah.
Instead of calling it cloud save, you can pretty much just call it cross-save. is essentially what this is. It's Unity's version of what they call crossplay or cross save.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of awkward since we don't. I mean, you have a PlayStation.
I have an Xbox.
I mean, an Xbox. God forbid what a. I don't know. Our phones are pretty strong nowadays.
Yeah, but for first person MMO.
Yeah, yikes. No.
Yeah, yikes. That hasn't been really done in first person.
I mean, Warzone. What?
Warzone's just a battle royale, though. I mean,
I know, but it's like the shooting experience on a mobile phone.
It can be painful, but I've played on Call of Duty on my phone a few times, and I fucking rocked at it.
Yeah, it's like it's a real player base, I'll tell you that. They've even made those cute accessories that like you can put on your screen and they act as like.
Yeah, I know, it's so stupid. I hate those.
I love it. Looks so funny. And they turned their phone into a controller.
Yeah, I hate those things. It's like, oh yeah, that's neat and all, but it's
and then
like,
they plug their mouse and keyboard into the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Cloud content delivery management. Do we even really need that?
API CK package for community. What does it do?
That's a CDN, essentially like images and shit like that. Unless we're gonna put our images on a fucking like cloud base and call them from that.
Oh no, that would only be necessary for like what, like if we wanted. That's just unnecessary if you want to just save everything. That's for like maybe like something dynamic if we wanted to do something, or was cloud content. That's if you like wanted to save like fucking player like user uploaded photo. If users want to like upload it to the cloud to some kind of like.
No, if you think about it, it's no different than AWS, the AW3 servers or whatever, AWS3 servers or whatever, that where people, like companies put like images and whatnot for websites up, and then they just call those directly instead of actually embedding them on their own servers.
Yeah, I mean, for what use case
would we use that for us? But
I'm trying to think of anything practical in any game, like at all. What has this been used for? Any video game that would be?
Let's see.
I mean, if we don't need it, then we don't need it. If it's pretty obvious, no.
Promotion only buckets.
I mean, maybe it could give us an ability to have more like
managed cloud service that hosts and delivers content to your application's users worldwide without having to reinstall a new version of the application. The service is fully integrated into the Unity development platform, saving you months of building and maintaining your own similar service. Let's see what this says.
Is my oh, it is up. Ooh, a video.
I'm going to walk you through how cloud content delivery works and how you can get started deploying your live game content updates in no time.
Alright, opening it up on YouTube because
downloading the command line interface and finding your API key.
that's too fucking small for my ass.
Yeah.
And then the steps required to set up the service and host your content. To start using cloud content delivery, you can sign up from the Unity3D.com website or from the Developer Services dashboards. You'll need to create or use a Unity login, and you'll need to provide a credit card. We designed cloud content delivery so that you can evaluate it without having to pay any money. As long as you use less than 50 gigabytes a month of bandwidth, there's no charge. Once you're done signing up, you'll see a link to continue using cloud content delivery. Now let's look at how you download the command line interface and where you go to find your API key. Once you navigate to the project you want to use cloud content delivery with, you'll see there's side navigation that allows you to go to the Download CLI page, where you'll find download the CLI for the 3 major desktop platforms, and also a page that holds your API key. The next thing you'll do to get started using the service is create a bucket to host your content. You can make as many buckets as you like, and buckets are very simple to create. Give them a name, an option, a description, and you'll see them appear in the bucket list.
What's in the bucket?
Because I haven't uploaded any content yet. Let's look at how to do that. Click the bucket you just made to see its details. You can see that this bucket is currently empty because we haven't uploaded any content yet, so we're presented with some instructions that teach us how to do so. For the purposes of this walkthrough, we're going to be showing integration with the Addressables Asset package in Unity. This package is available in the Package Manager in Unity. It's not required to use Cloud Content Delivery, but it does have some nice features if you're going to be managing remote and local content in your Unity game. The first thing to do is to go to the Badges tab and copy the URL for this latest badge. Badges are markers that you can direct your runtime application to find the release that you want them to load. For Addressables, we're going to take that latest URL and we're going to create a new profile and then paste this URL into the remote load path. Then we're going to rebuild our player and our content. Once you've done that, we're ready to start uploading content using the CLI.
That easy.
The latest tab into the instructions, we're going to choose the first section, how to upload content using the command line interface. Scrolling down, you'll see there's some handy commands that you can use to upload the content you just built. Copying these commands one at a time into the CLI will allow you to first log in, then set the current bucket you want to upload to the one we just created, and then finally sync the folder where you built your content to the bucket. Once this is done, you can refresh this bucket page and you'll see that it's in an unreleased changes state. While it's successfully uploaded content to this bucket, until it's a release, it won't be loaded by a runtime application. Let's look at how to make your first release. You can make a release in the web interface by clicking the Create Release button when there's unreleased changes. You can also run it as a command from the CLI. Creating a release involves supplying some optional release notes to help you understand what was in the release later, and applying badges to the release. The latest badge is a badge that is automatically managed by the service. It will always be applied to the most recent release in the bucket. You can make your own custom badges and move them manually in this step, and also later on. Once you confirm everything's as it should be, you can create your release. Now, at this moment, because we used the latest badge URL in our runtime application with the addressable asset profile, you should be able to launch your application and find this content from the service. Congratulations, you just made your first release and you're loading content from the service. Badges can be very useful in scenarios where you want dynamic control over what releases your builds use.
I missed something back here.
At this moment, because we used the most recent release in your buckets to help you understand what was in the release later, it won't be loaded.
Web upload. What did he do here?
You can make
In content, use CD offlog
and then finally, into the CLI will allow you to first log in, then set the current bucket you want to upload to the one we just created, and then finally sync the folder where you built your content to the bucket. Once this is done, you can refresh this bucket page and you'll see that it's in an unreleased changes state. While it's successfully uploaded content to this bucket, until it's a release, it won't be loaded in the runtime application. Let's look at how to make your first release. You can make a release in the web interface by clicking the Create command from the CLI. It will always be applied. Once you confirm everything's as it should be, you can create your release.
Interesting.
Like, what is it? I don't understand what it's uploading, or like what it.
Essentially, you can put your releases out on there without actually having to
Essentially, you can put your
physically like download it. Essentially,
without actually having to.
from what it seems like from that.
You're talking like updates from the cloud?
Yeah, essentially, I think.
Oh, I mean, it's not that hard to just. Is that a problem? Or maybe that'd be good if that'd be great for like if there's a bunch of people downloading from like the server at the same time. Is that basically what it's doing? Is giving you the power so you don't have any restrictions because it's like cloud content delivery.
Right there.
So
Combining the attributes of a cloud-based gaming backend as a service and the distribution entity of a CDN. It's made to manage and deliver 2D and 3D content globally.
so that's so like if we wanted to push an update out and then everyone was to update it, the servers wouldn't fucking crap itself. The server.
Essentially, yeah.
So that's what this is for. I mean, that makes sense. It's like, I mean, if we just fucking uploaded the thing to cause that's if we like had an update manager as well, and then that's how we'd connect that to that, and then that's how that would work. But there's another thing. It's like there's this other way of doing it. It's like you can upload the entire game to like Google Drive or some shit, right? And then you can use this update service. There's these assets that there's these assets that can do this, like.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
this is built in, and it's built to do it regionally. I
Yeah, but
saw something in here that said it was meant to right here.
aren't
Deliver your game content to your players through regional nodes around the globe.
yeah, but can we just can any service have regional nodes?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I mean, a regional node is just an area so they can download it from like server like physical location wise. Like if you download a file from Google Drive, they're basically doing that from a location that's physically based near wherever that person was downloading it from, if it wasn't even in the US. Right? Isn't that how location-based downloading works? So it's a lot more so it's actually normal instead of not from the South Pole. This isn't even a problem. This isn't even something we have to bother with until we actually.
It's not necessary.
It's necessary when it becomes necessary, which is not now.
Yeah, it's not now.
Yeah, until
code.
Yeah, until we have fucking we have thousands of players down updating at once. Then, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Cloud code. That would just be nice.
Well, it's good that that's there.
Do what?
That's good that that's there. It's literally just it's there.
Yeah.
We don't have to deal with it.
Application or platform-specific update.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there are third-party assets that also do that type of cloud content delivery. Through I feel like there's many methods of doing it. But yeah, this is great if it's just like this. So.
Yeah, if it's built in, why go with third party? It was cheap. It said stay under 50 gigabytes.
I mean, is that 50? Is that 50 gigabytes? That's 50 gigabytes value.
For free.
I know, but like, that's if people. That's not if people download 50 gigabytes worth of it, right? That's like if you have if you have like however many worth of your project file, right, and however much you're like sending as updates. Yeah, it's that type of scenario. I think. I don't know.
Let me look at this.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Where the hell was the pricing? I forget where it was. Usage overview. Or not. I thought. Was it in this?
Was it in the documentation? Or was it start a free trial or something?
Is it setup guide? Documentation?
Or maybe you should just Google search content delivery Unity pricing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next. So Unity CCD pricing. The hell? I clicked this and there's a pricing thing in here somewhere. Right here. Open. Right here. So Unity Cloud Content Delivery provides free usage up to in bandwidth traffic per month.
In bandwidth traffic.
Yeah, bandwidth traffic.
So that's literally update like
downloads.
In terms of updates, right? Or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
obviously the base download, and then oh fuck no, wouldn't we want to have the
And it's per gigabyte, so it's like 8 cents times 50, and then 6 cents times 50 terabytes once we reach up to 50 terabytes. Yeah. So 50 gigabytes to. I mean, that's not honestly that
like
bad.
if
I doubt
we
we're going to be putting out that much.
if we have like a if we have like a 1 gigabyte update, then that's how much it would take for every person. So for 50 people, it would take 50 gigabytes worth.
Yep.
Right. Per month. So that's how that would work.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, right? 8 cents after 50. Price per gigabyte.
50. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So we'd have 50 gigabytes, 0 per gigabyte.
I mean, 50 gigabytes is not a lot for. It depends how. Like we have to think base it off of how many players, and then it's like it's just gonna get.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some type of like making the Steam profile and put watching wish lists.
Because the thing is, it's like there's nothing stopping us. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from still using GitHub. I mean, look, come on.
I know. It's like I think maybe this is something when we have like a fuckload of money or something. I don't know. I think this is gonna be really expensive. I mean,
Yes,
because
yeah,
like something after 3 cents for 500 terabytes. I guess that makes sense. I think
that's per gigabyte. You gotta read.
Yeah.
That. 3 cents per gigabyte.
Yeah. So 3 cents per gigabyte after
But then you
500.
also have to stack on everything else as well. So it'd be at 50 gigabytes to 50 terabytes is times 8 cents.
Yeah, I mean
Per gigabyte. And then when you hit 50, then you get 6 cents.
Oh, so that's every time. So it'll be expensive for the first 50 every time you do an.
Every month. Yes. Every month.
Oh, that's just every month. So yeah, I mean the 8 cents. Even after that, it's like yeah, the 8 and 6 is not a big deal because that's just gonna be there always. It's just whatever the baseline is, which is 3, is what I'm thinking of. Right. So the baseline is gonna be 3 always. If we ever go over 500, which is what's going to happen, and that's fine. I think that sounds reasonable. I guess.
I don't think you're understanding the rate here. It's 3 cents per gigabyte. So
yeah, I know.
3 cents times every.
Yeah, I know. Every
times 1,024 gigabytes.
Yeah. No, I get that.
After 500.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that the 50 gigabyte and the 50 terabyte, just because it's like twice as much or 3 times as much, is not that. It's like it's fine, right? Because it's gonna end up at 500.
Yeah,
Or
the more
past
you
that.
use, the less there's gonna be. It's gonna start progressively getting less expensive.
Yeah, I'm
but
saying
I mean,
that's yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
But
I mean, 3 cents
do
is
calculation. Just say up to the 500 terabyte. I'm gonna do a quick calculation.
because if we sent out like a 1 gigabyte update to say however many players, what would that cost us?
Well, if it's a 1 gigabyte update,
Just as an estimate.
players, that's only 0 cents. I mean, it's free for that month. If there's only 50.
Oh no, I'm
people
just saying
download
put
it.
it in the after 500, like do it for 3 cents for a gigabyte. Just do it like that. That's worst case scenario.
To do 500 times.
Or you could do 8
124.
cents. I mean, we're probably going to be more realistic at the 50 gigabytes just for however much for the beginning. So I mean 8 cents or
Okay, so 8 cents. So that would be 8 cents times. Let's do it at 50. Or well, it says after 50, so 51. Which would be $4.80 for 51, right?
yeah.
Now
So
if we do 8 cents times 50, that's 50 terabytes, so that would be 50. Oh fuck. That'd be 8 cents times 50 times that many gigabytes. That's $4,096.
what? 4,000.
$69. Oh wait, that's per gigabyte. Yeah, that's for the if you go up to 50 terabytes.
It'd
Which
be
is right at the end of that 8 cent mark.
So it'd cost 4,000.
Yeah, $4,096.
Yeah, I see. How
Now
does
if we
that
went
sound?
above that, now if we went above 50, like say to 51 terabytes,
Can you just
then it's this 4,096 plus that extra 6 cents times 1,024 gigabytes. So if we do 06 times 1024 plus 4069, that now, what the hell, I didn't say times, plus 6144. Now that becomes $4,157.44. Yeah, that would get expensive pretty fast for updates. Just updates.
yeah.
And if
So
no one's buying
that's
in the beginning.
okay. So that's something we have to do when it actually has like some money.
Yeah, we'll put it in the package manifest, but we're not going to use it.
I don't think you shouldn't even bother putting it in until we actually need to. Just like you don't need to
I don't
have
have
it.
to regenerate a whole new thing for the package manager though.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you have to do this generate code snippet and stick it in the stupid package.
I mean, you
manager.
can't. Aren't you gonna do it anyways in the future to some other package? Like you can't just. Oh, you're talking like from here? Like
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you have to do it from here. Cloud code, yeah, that would be nice. We can run some back-end logic off of that. Authentication we definitely want, and analytics we definitely want. So generate.
You just have.
And then later all I have to do is just update the version of preview numbers. Another bot?
Yeah, dude. This guy called Fred. I know him really well now because he just, you know, when you auto host someone, you know how you can do that?
Yeah.
They just auto host Fred. So it all goes back to this one dude, and nobody is bothered fucking even reporting this. Whatever, dude. Maybe it's legal and there's nothing that Twitch can do about it. Maybe it is legal. We're talking like regenerate the manifest.json. Yeah, so the only thing you have to do here is like is make sure that the you have to make sure that the version type is like exact, is like precise for whatever. Like you don't have to bother with it right now. Cuz they're going to have this URL available. Well, they should have it available here for you to just be able to regenerate it. It's not that big a deal, honestly. You're gonna have to add that to the. Don't you already have a manifest.json file
Yeah,
in
you have
your?
to add it to it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've
You
dicked
have
with
to
this.
literally
Yeah.
copy and
Yeah, I've
stick it in
played
there.
with this. I've played with this file a lot actually, because incompatibility issues, and then when you're upgrading shit and messing with package versions, this is where you're going to mess with them. It's not that. It's actually not that hard to.
Where's the manifest file even located?
It's in the project folder somewhere in the root there.
I gotta open up my window first.
It's actually really easy to understand that manifest thing. So I guess maybe I don't understand it completely. Like if you add a new manifest line in there, then what does Unity automatically? I think Unity automatically installs it because you have it in there. I think that's how it works.
I think it'll go and grab the league rules, yeah.
And it automatically installs because that's what it's supposed to do. And then you have to go into the package manager and manually uninstall it yourself. But in the package manager, they don't necessarily have all these URL links exposed just to the public. You actually have to go on like websites and look for them yourself and put them in, which is what you're doing right now. So they don't, when you add that allow to see preview packages option, there's still more options out there. Like you can you can just add GitHub links and just add your own package through there. Your own shit through GitHub through there. Apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it been used a lot for some Unity projects where you'd use your GitHub link. That might be dank. If like you just install it as a package from the package manager, your entire project, and if you wanted to just like clean it, or if you wanted to update it through there and stuff, you can make versions and whatnot. You think that's a What do you think about that? And then you just add it as a manifest? Or you add it in the manifest, sorry.
I think the only reason why it downloads when you put these in the manifest is because it's Unity specific.
Yeah, but I think you can add GitHub as well.
Yeah, you can add GitHubs.
Yeah, I'm saying, what do you think about like using your own project from the project manager and updating it through there, or in uninstalling it? Like managing it through there.
Sounds like more work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I can just grab your link and just fucking paste it in myself. I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it. You're only allowed one integration
Yeah.
per project.
For personal.
Well, how many integrations do you have?
None.
I mean, no. How many do you need to put in? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where that was, to be honest.
Okay.
Where was it at?
I think you're in the dashboard or project.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I literally have zero integrations. See, you currently have no integrations set up for this project.
I don't know what that's for. What is that for? That's not to put in multiplayer play stuff, is it?
No, that's more for your team development stuff.
Yeah, okay. So what does this what you want to work with this then, I guess? Like Unity's
Yeah, it would probably be best to. I mean, Unity gives a nice good layout here and stuff we pretty much have, mainly for free.
yeah. This like even with the if they clearly have documentation to set up all the whatnots for them for like a first person player walking around and shit. I guess it's well, could we theoretically integrate this into that FPS sample kit? That the little micro game one? Like what are we gonna do?
Sure.
Do you think we should pair it with that? That'd be the best bet, right? Because you're both
We don't want to start using this. We don't want to start putting stuff in here and us costing money. That's the thing.
I know. So just whatever we can for free. We don't want. Clearly, we can't. The whole idea is just so we can be able to do it for free. Otherwise, it's what's the fucking point? Really, what's the point?
Fuck is that?
Oh, this thing is fucking dope. You can do simulations of playtesting millions of times, over and over and over and over and over and over again through AI
What's up, Spirit?
Through AI or some shit. Or I think it's some pre-set up stuff you have to set up and you can simulate through it.
Gotcha.
It's it's really interesting. It's optimizing every inch of your fucking game if you
So you get your first 500 simulation hours free. Beyond that, it's $1 an hour. Will be billed incrementally by minutes, not rounded to the nearest hour.
I think there's a video on showing what it looks like on what happens and shit. I just don't think it's here. Explaining how this all works.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. What's accelerator? I'm just trying to look at all of these different things now that we're getting to this point.
Yeah. I think accelerator is so we can link our cache server or asset. You've never heard. I don't think you've ever heard of this.
It's a local network proxy and cache service.
Yeah, so
major scenarios.
it's so we can have our library updated together over a network. You know our library folder?
Yeah.
It's basically that, and the assets too, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's technically no, it's not the assets. It's just a library, which is the asset data. It's well, no, it's not just the library actually. It's the
the whole
Unity, you can set up a local cache on your hard drive, and Unity can load the objects from that area faster instead of having to re-import it all, which is what's already happens by default, I think, on your computer.
Hmm.
You know how it makes like the library folder? It basically is that, but it's somewhere else on your computer, and it's if you're working with like multiple projects, you can share the information between those projects, so they just like import without having to. It's it's hard to explain. I'm so bad at explaining this shit. But yeah, I don't know if you even got an idea.
No.
Yeah, it's like.
All right, now that I got pretty much. Let me go to Cloud Code. See scripts. Haven't added any scripts yet. Manage environments. Add environment. We'll probably want to develop it. And then we'll probably want beta. I'm doing good, found. Just looking into some stuff here in the for networking stuff at the moment.
I want to play Rift more. I was actually thinking of playing it earlier today. I've yet to actually explore the world, which is funny. It's one of the reasons why I like playing those games. What the fuck is this? Interact.
Cloud Code.
Cloud Code?
This is the stuff I can do. I guess the backend stuff with, like all the stuff I was doing in PHP. I don't know what the scripting language is for what they have going on here, but you can do it in this instead and call it directly in the program instead.
So it would come from the cloud, and that's better?
Yeah, because it's not server-side logic being done. Or, well, it's server-side logic being done,
but through the
you don't
cloud.
have to, like, find a separate hosting service for your own API thing. Because this can use other Unity services in it as well. So, like, if we wanted to do like AI like code that wasn't like super specific.
That wasn't.
So I don't know how to explain this very well. So if we wanted to do AI coding,
yeah,
and a lot of the AI, and it didn't need to be like specific to the actual.
Yeah, and an example of that would be like
the calculations to do their movements. That wouldn't necessarily need to be added directly into the controller for the AI. That could be added into the server-side script where it would run on the server end and then return back.
Oh, that's almost like what I'm doing with that's what I'm doing with the atavism thing, because it has its own server-sided type of information that you have to input, and then from there is where it comes outputs. I don't think that's the same thing, but
it's somewhat the same, except these you can customize your own scripts, I think. I'm just gonna name it test just to see what's coming up. Yeah, so you can make your own parameters.
Interact. Oh, okay.
See JSON. You can make it a Boolean, a generic, or whatever. Make it required.
Yeah, I think I'm figuring out what this does.
Parameters can be accessed from the script code as named properties. So let's just do first name, why not? Make it required. Let's add it. So what happens? Ooh. Oh, it's a JavaScript too. Oh, it's Lodash.
What is this? Is this
This is the server-side scripted generated.
Is this tingling your something? Is this interesting?
Number of sides 6 requires Lodash. That's a discard constant. Module export params context logger infinite script parameters.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Authenticated within the following context. Roll dice. The roll is greater than the number of sides. Something happened.
Oh,
Error.
this is okay.
And then otherwise return sides in the roll.
This is an example, right?
Yeah, this is an example, and I think it gives you the.
So what's happening is that a dice is being rolled, and you're doing what with the information, and what are you doing with the? And so if the roll is greater than the, oh no, not that.
No, it's just returning the number and what the roll was.
Well, oh, it's just returning. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And if you just do.
And then the idea is for you to receive that information from. Or
Yeah.
You're supposed to execute this code from the cloud, and then the information gets outputted in the game.
Essentially.
Essentially?
I need to fix this. Need to fix this. Oh my gosh. Click that. Please. String. And then I do run.
Cloud code. So I mean, what it says is what it's trying to do. It's trying to run code from the cloud.
Yeah. Literally all it is.
And that clearly saves that could save CPU response time.
Yes. And also it saves on
Isn't that dank?
memory. It also saves on memory because it doesn't have to load that shit either.
That's dank, right?
Yeah.
Like
This is what I was wanting. This is what I was wanting because you can execute the code. This is pretty much what the hybrid is. It's code side on the server like this,
yeah.
while being partly client authoritative.
I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this is what you wanted, but okay. Well, Merry Christmas.
What does this say here?
There's clearly limitations in
Cool.
or like
Script parameters.
I'm curious what you can get away with.
Comes in params. Oh, I'm sure I can get away with a lot of this one. But this is fantastic.
Like, what are the is there limits? Is like, does this do
You don't
more?
want
Does this do more harm than good?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do more harm. No. The limits are to do with like actual inputs. Because you can't. I mean, you could try and pass everything, into the fucking server.
I mean, you don't necessarily ultimately want to do that.
Because then there would be lag time. You'd hit the W and then you'd wait. However, if you got an extremely slow connection, you might wait 2 seconds before you actually find.
Yeah, then everything would be reliant on the fucking
server.
response time.
but
Yeah.
this is where
And this is like if
So
you
the-
wanted to say trigger, like if you wanted to trigger AI based on a location, if you want to trigger networked AI, and then
it's the trigger. It's anything trigger anything to do with network items that doesn't require
Constant-
like the actual movement.
yeah, it doesn't
So,
require like constant like beep beep
So like
beep
you
beep.
can do your database saves on here. You can do your world, like your game world AI stuff on here. You can do like I did first name with my first name in it just for
Yeah.
testing how to get the name or
Yeah.
how to get the parameter. But no, just running this, you can do like your save player, your save options for that player. You can do all of that on the server without actually have to send a request off on the side of the. I guess you still have to send a request off, but you eliminate the logic from in game.
Yes.
All the logic checking in the actual client side.
Yeah, and you clearly-
a web request, make sure there's no errors, make sure it returns back.
Yeah, and you want to paste
This I can do all in here and just be like return
Yeah.
these in this format.
Right. Well, I get it. For very specific stuff. But it's a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um.
That has me actually excited for that.
Yeah. I know it's really good. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
uh,
I just don't know how we connect to these environments though. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
yeah. There's not a, what about the set? There's not like a. It'd be nice if there was like a video, like a guide or. I mean, I guess you just have to go through each one, technically.
Yeah, so you're right here.
You want to prevent malicious users from altering client code using multiple.
Those are the main two reasons why you want to do server-side logic like that.
Oh, and that's what the cloud code is.
Yeah.
So that allows basically author. That's
Somewhat
basically
of a server authoritative, client authoritative, like what do you call it? Hybrid.
Oh, and that's what League of Legends does. That's why people aren't able to fucking just yank their source, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
If
it's
they just yank the source, they're gonna find a lot of database, or they're gonna find a lot of API calls to their script side.
yeah. So that's how they. That's basically how it's
Protected, yeah.
protected. Yeah. So.
I mean, they can modify movement.
Oh, so that's why that's why World of Warcraft has fucking private servers because it's client side, right?
I don't know what you mean by
Because
Private
private servers is basically they're able to get the source code of WoW, and even the server side of the code, and they're able to recreate their own private versions of World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
Same with RuneScape. Same with RuneScape.
Yep, that would be why.
That's funny.
Because
But I mean,
they
that's
put
just
all of their logic in the game. and
Yeah, I mean
stuff.
that was just the fault of the time period. I mean, I'm sure server authoritative was
Yeah.
probably like
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it wasn't a fault of the time period, but yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm
like,
just that's interesting to know now. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
it's how you protect your code without putting a lot of the game in harm's way.
Yeah, because honestly, it's like really easy to find a program and rip anything out of these out of these games.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
it's so easy. I have this thing called RenderDoc. I've told you about it. Just yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay, well that makes more sense now. Well, that's
The
cool.
nice part is this will allow you to run the script as well on the cloud. You just enter your stuff for your parameters, and then it'll automatically just yoink it in there for you.
And there's not like a cost for this for Unity's side, right? To like
No.
send this code out. It's like literally
No.
kilobytes.
Yeah.
It's just
Literally,
kilobytes.
you send. It says the most it supports is 16 kilobytes, but I can send everything as a JSON value and just use it. I can just name a parameter and make it a JSON in the game. Like everything they do, make it a JSON, ship it off to the API, which makes the thing smaller than an actual like string object or whatever. Ship it off with the parameter names and that JSON value, and then be able to just easily put them where they need to be, and then return back whatever I need to return back.
So they're extremely small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it says it only allows 16 kilobytes? Megabytes? Kilobytes, megabytes, something like that. I need documentation. What was it? Cloud code usage. Limit. There is a rate limit of 120 requests per player per minute.
Oh, per player per minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
so for each
100
120 requests per player per minute.
Per player per minute. Really?
Yeah. Per player
Okay,
per
'cause-
minute. If
yeah,
someone's
'cause-
reaching 120 requests, they're doing shit too much.
Wasn't
Unneededly.
wasn't photons like 500?
It's possible, but I mean, this is
Photons was like 500 per something something something. Dark side. Okay, but I mean 120 per, and then the maximum length of cloud script is 128 kilobytes. Code request. Maximum length of a cloud script, so it doesn't. You can have as many cloud scripts as you want, as long as it's okay. So 120 requests per player per minute. Huh.
Yeah.
That's per player is based off of what are that's based off the other thing, right?
The player management? I think so.
From the cloud service.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Script list, script deletion, yeah, script creation, blah, 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 conditions, right here. Canonics, the script input parameters cannot exceed 1 megabyte. Execution can only last 15 seconds. Cannot call out to internet endpoints. You can only call out to other Unity services with the cloud code service. Which the cloud code service is in. Green editor details. I don't know, saving and publishing. That didn't tell me much of what I wanted.
Give him a 3-star.
Give him a 3-star?
Because you didn't know.
Interesting. So cloud code. So this is what I have to use for my namespace. I'd have to import that in the in Unity. I'd have to call unity.services.cloudcode. And then call endpoint async. call endpoint async method to call function with arguments. That method serializes the response into the type that you pass. Ooh. So it auto serializes. Ooh. That's gonna be nice. And exception.
I've heard serializable many times, but if it auto does it, then that saves time.
Yeah, we just gotta create what the pretty much create the class object essentially. So it says T result. So if we wanted to, like, if I created a class for like user with all the user information that I wanted to like get or put in to remember for the game, I could just do that call endpoint async user, and it automatically put in all the parameters that gets returned back, or all the parameter values that get returned back, because it's going to be JSON. It'll auto serialize into those fields for me. I just gotta make them serializable,
Oh, okay.
which is not hard. I just do a using system at the top and then do serializable in brackets. Yeah. Like kind of like my scriptable logic stuff. This. Which one is it? Options? Is this the one I had serializable, or which one did I have set serializable? Come on, open up. No, I didn't have it there. Should be in here somewhere. Oh yeah, I didn't do anything with player options. Oops. Characters.
So,
Did
are we
I not
using?
do it?
I don't know. If don't remember. If you don't see it, then maybe not.
I might have removed it because I didn't need it. Possible. Right here, from JSON. See, instead of me having to do this. So this is how I serialized it. So inventory. Yeah, I don't have serializable on it, so I don't know. But yeah, essentially I serialize the object from the JSON that way. Like I'd make the call here. I'd make the call here to the API, and then it would do all, and then send it, and then it'll do all of this stuff, and then I can just spit back whatever it is.
Spit back.
Yes, spit back.
Okay.
Whatever it processes.
And that's a lot easier compared to doing it some other way, which would have been a lot longer or more.
Yeah, like I said, like you can.
Yeah.
I would just yeah. Like I'd put all the Like the
Okay.
URL here would be the actual API URL. This would be all of the information here, so just the character ID. And then I would send it off however I need to send it off. I don't know if they use a post or a put. I would assume since it's to the server, it would be a post, so I'd have to make that a post. And then I'd send the request, and then I just essentially I check this to see if it's a success on the result, but then otherwise I just spit back whatever's here.
I see.
I wouldn't have to check this stuff because it auto serializing here for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I just have to put the callback function to inventory in equals whatever the what was it? Yeah, call. It would be this. Then essentially I just do instance inventory equals. What else do I need to put in there? Function accepts cloud code function to call. This would be like, and then I would just name it like get inventory. And then this one would be art. So that would just be the JSON. So essentially that's what I do right there. Then do all this server-side logic, and it auto-inserts this back here.
I see. Okay.
So I could actually get rid of a lot of that, actually. I get rid of this, all of these. Yeah, essentially I could get rid of the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I get rid of the whole thing and then check to see, and then I could put like an error class inside of here or whatever, inside the inventory.
So, are we going?
Contains like whatever is returned back from the error from that call, essentially, and then see if it's empty or whatever. So a lot of this is going to end up getting rechanged as well.
And we are going to use the micro game?
Going to use the what?
The micro game, micro FPS sample template thing?
For
like the character, like the shooting set, like the player gun setup, like how it's shooting, and like the AI setup. Like the players set up with the thing. Like I can just rip it out, from everything, and then like the bullet coming out of the end and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. We could try it, but I don't know.
Or is it more like, because we have a player right now, right?
Yeah.
So all we really need to do is just get the fucking the visual gun placement and the visual bullet placement, right?
Yep.
Isn't that it?
Yeah.
And then the bullet makes the. I mean, it's like there's all the logic on. There's all the logic on it too. Like the guns have all that logic on it and the player connection. Or is it more like you'd rather do it from scratch, right?
Or make it somewhat like a little more where it's depending on what we need,
Yeah. So
like I know we did that, but I just like.
Oh, so yeah, you'd rather not want to. Yeah, you'd want to not deal with it, right?
Yeah, I don't want to take the whole project until we actually need the actual parts we're gonna need.
Right. So if I could go in there and rip the part out myself and then just fucking send it to you or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you rip the part out and put it in, yeah, just whatever, yeah.
Cause I mean, I might as well do that to get the visual character.
Yeah. You'd have to work on the actual visual part of the character, because I don't have that in there.
Yeah, no, that's. I see. Okay. I probably wouldn't use much from there besides just the literal placement of everything physically in the game world.
Yeah.
That's all I'd really copy. Like I could even copy from that other that multi-scene one. How to like a HD one, like it wasn't a fucking block. It was like made out of low poly. It was. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And it had the animation. The thing with the animation set up for reloading, right? I think that's the thing that I'm trying. I think I just need to just rip that out. Just the reload animation, the animation controller. So okay, so from here, what are you looking at? Oh, okay. So what do you think you need to do now?
I'm looking at what I can move to the server.
Okay. Oh, even shit from here.
Possibly. I'm not saying it's possible, but
I don't
considering
know.
some of this is Unity style, it may not be possible.
Yeah. I'm curious what their networking API like stuff is. Like putting in like networking logic to get a player moving in stuff. Oh, have you thought of looking at the template that they had with the?
Oh, I already looked at it. There wasn't much to it, but yeah, I looked at it.
Like the lobby room.
Oh no, I haven't looked at that yet.
Ooh, you should look at it.
I've just been looking at the server side stuff because that just
I know, but
got me
that-
excited.
Yeah, no, but that's literally related. I mean, that's something that you could integrate and get working, and then from there you would have the lobbies set up, lobby management or player server management. You'd be able to. I don't know.
So this would be increase stamina. To Jason, we'll do ARGs required. And then this would be don't need that. Okay. Then let's do what is
Guy shit.
so stamina time. Stamina time. So if I save and run that, I go here, stamina time, okay. So then to increase it, this would be
Can we have just? Can we just have a melee punch, like straight up just melee? Or is that weird?
that's kind of weird.
Is
Why
it?
do you want that?
I don't know. I mean, you're not going to be able to have no weapons at any given time, right? Or you're never going to have like a melee option like with a knife, are you?
Oh,
What
with
if
a
you-
knife?
Yeah.
Maybe at some point.
Like what if you didn't have a knife? What could that's the thing. Like a knife, if you didn't have a knife, fists would be basically a built-in option if you think about it game logic wise. Like if we're going to have knives, then we got to have fists.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, why
That
would
would literally be like a last resort type of weapon, especially if you ran out of ammo. Like what would you have if you ran out of ammo realistically in a
gun butts?
like think about it. It's still weird. What?
Gun butt. The butt of the gun.
Oh. You're talking like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's if you had a gun, right?
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's never gonna be a point where you're not gonna have a gun. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so what about a gun instead of like a melee? Would have to do a melee animation with like basically a melee animation, but it would be with like it would just be in the conformance of what the gun would be placed in with the hands. So you just swap out the gun, but the hands would move accordingly to whatever gun. And then that's okay. I mean that works too.
And then this would be salt plus 100. Otherwise, we just return.
Man.
I can actually make that a function and call it. Increase calculation. And then it's just stamina and time. Return. Stamina plus 2 times 2.
Do they hit with the butt of their guns in COD
Yes.
and in Battlefield?
I don't know
I
about
thought they
Battlefield.
don't
I know
knife.
they do it. I
They
know they
don't
do
knife.
in COD.
They didn't knife at some point.
In
They
COD,
did.
they do knife if they have a throwing knife or a knife on their hand, on their person.
Oh, and that's like the new COD.
If they're holding a knife. If they're
Like
holding a
in.
knife, they will knife, or if they have a throwing knife, they will just pull the
Oh,
throwing
okay.
knife out.
And you're talking like this is like Vanguard and like maybe 2 or 3 CODs before that.
Yeah, it's been there for a little bit. It's not.
Okay. You know, I didn't know that. Oh, I don't even pay attention to those or even remember those little details in that game.
Equals greater than or equal to 100 and do 100 else. Needs to be down equals.
GB. 17 GB.
Down greater than or equal to 100, set to 100, otherwise down. Oh, interesting.
What?
We can make calls to cloud save from cloud code.
Calls to and from Cloud Save?
Yeah. From within the script. So that makes everything so much easier as well.
I mean, yeah, that. Imagine if they weren't able to be interacted with each other.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be kind of like questionable?
I wouldn't say questionable, but it would suck.
I know, but they're like literally right beside each other as well.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, yeah.
And
No, it does make life easier, I guess.
Rams dot R dot stamina. Rams dot arc dot time. Do 5. 20. 40. So I should end up with 40 if I run this. Oh, arc. I'm an idiot. Interesting. How did I get 20? Oh, 10 and 20 plus 0. Treated that as a string. Why? Do mathematical operation. If I do one. Ten, 20, should be 21. Let's just return stamp, see what it's doing. That's what it's doing. There we go, 21. Save and run. 21, cool.
What's 9 plus 10?
So let's do 80.
21.
100. So what if we do 95? Cool. So 95 plus 20 was 115, and it came back to 100. Nice. So essentially that script is done. That's the increased stamina script.
Really?
Yeah. That easy. Literally that easy.
That's cool if it works.
But the question is do I want to do this? Well, yeah, I guess I would because either way, it's not going to matter.
You sure it's not? Like, there's nothing that can be a problem in the future as a result?
The only thing that I could think of potentially for the stamina portion is that running async. Well, no, because I'm using a yield either way, so I use a yield wait, so that would return back the.
Like, you're talking like updating? Like what? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Update,
trying to. It's
yeah.
not trying to. It's not necessarily trying to calculate the updating. It's just trying to. What is it trying to do?
It's taking whatever you currently have and trying to increase based on the algorithm.
But that's not going to go through the. That's not going to cost like.
It's not going to. No, it's not. I mean, it possibly can, but I mean, anything that you can move to server side, you want to do. So that way,
No, that's not going to. That's not going to constantly ask for updates, is it? And that's going to. Is that what you're trying to figure out?
I mean, that would. But I don't think. Like, I mean, that would because they're going to be constantly running, you know? Or like either running or whatever.
Dude, that's not the problem, is it? That you're thinking of? Or.
No, the thing that I just realized that doing this would be the request limit per person. 120 per minute.
Yeah. So how many requests do you think's gonna come out of this
Holding
per
it?
minute? Out of this
Holding
script.
it, it's going to continually repeat it every frame.
Right, and that's not a good thing, right?
No.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that.
No.
So is there a way to not take that into account or not have to calculate that or request that? And just like what like and but that would defeat the purpose. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of the script? Being here?
No, not all of it. No. Just this one.
Yeah, because you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Um
Like this is literally what I was just doing right here, and then typically you just return it back to this, but that's
I'm thinking of like what kind of logic could have been utilized from the cloud server authoritative that would have how would it have benefited without that having to do that request update? Like what other parts of that script would have
well, there wasn't anything else in there at that moment.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
But you can still have that script from the cloud, right? Or no?
I can make it in the cloud, but remember it says that it stops reading or saving any scripts.
So it's kind of pointless.
Per minute.
It's not useful in there.
No, it won't be because if they exceed it, then all other scripts stop and it all starts breaking.
Yeah, so that's not allowed to be used in there, like straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. So it needs to be for specific stuff that doesn't require any kind of requests per minute, up to a maximum of however many per minute, right?
Right.
Okay, that's interesting to think of because you don't know exactly what those things would be, right? Or do you?
A few things like
you're
character.
you're like thinking like a
remove.
yeah.
Update.
So yeah, like that, the create, the remove, the update of creating the character and removing it and updating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not a problem, right? And then shit like saving options is not a problem.
Loading those, that's not a problem.
As something like
I mean, let's be honest. It's going to open and close. There are options like 120 times a minute.
yeah. What happens if they do and try to request themselves out?
If they do that and then they keep trying to open it, it'll just fail to open. Like it won't.
Oh, so it'll just straight up fail. It just won't work. Nothing. It won't work until until it refreshes in the next minute.
Yep.
Okay. So what other?
It literally says that no new requests are accepted from that person, and no scripts can be like. They said saved, but they mean that essentially can't be run if you save them. A new version. That new version will be run until that request time limit has been finished.
Okay. So what are you looking through your code right now that could be possibly used for now? This is what you're kind of trying to do, right? And then you do want to you do want to keep all this code on the server side so people can't see it, right? Like even though it's not being used, can't it still exist on the cloud? Or no?
Some of it.
Some of it.
Not all of it.
Okay. Just some of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very specific. You can't just plop in just random stuff in there that doesn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then that just clutters up the scripts from the server.
Okay, true. Yeah. Okay, so this is a user helper, so
yeah, this is user. So we got login, populate, user info. Login, populate data. I'm assuming this is for logging in. It is. So yeah, that would be one. People logging in. They're only going to do that, what, maybe max of 3 times, 4 times a day, depending on how busy they are.
You just gotta think about it at that time period where they're going to be allowed to be able to do anything like that, like what the maximum amount of actions they're allowed to do. If you just have that in mind, then you could do whatever you want, right?
Essentially.
Up to a limit, obviously. Like, there's only so much that can be done within like the login experience, like part of it, and like creating a character and doing all that within a minute.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, just. Yeah, I mean, there's really not so much. Really not much until we start stacking shit. But for now, it's like. But then you'd have to go back and.
I don't know why this is erroring so much. I wonder if I gotta close the unit or the project because I updated it.
You could do like a coin update, or that's probably.
If I did it in a specific way, I could.
Yeah, if you did it, I know exactly. I'm just thinking of it right now. It's like, imagine a dude just picking up hundreds of coins at once.
It's like save.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's why I didn't plan on doing it for inventory.
Yeah. Like, we just pick up one
At
thing.
least the inventory save. Inventory
It's-
load, that's
it's
not
like-
too bad. You load it, it's there already. Or you load it once it's there.
Yeah.
But then again, that can also be an issue because if they got a lot of items, remember the request limit, or not the request limit, the size limit was what?
120.
No, that was the request limit. The size
Oh.
was the size.
A megabyte?
Yeah. What was it? Where is it?
I don't know, I think that's the size of the code. I think it's like 128 kilobytes.
One star. Oh, you can log infos, warnings, and shit. Well, it just gave a pretty good thing on how to use for the economy. Holy shit! You see this?
The main script awaits promises which can enable the use of other Unity game services, or the thing up below it.
What are you looking about? Can await. This means that a function can await promises. Oh, that's what I mean. I need promises. Trivial example looks like this thing. Good example of inventory. Which they call inventory a PI, and then they get player inventory with the access token inside of it.
And what does that come out of thin air?
Comes out of this, out of the.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what economy is made out of.
I have no context contains something. Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like if I go to scripts and I just create a new one and I just name, I'm just gonna name it something weird. and then I just do add. This context, when I run it, contains something. Authenticated within the following context, and then it gives you project ID, environment ID, environment name, player ID, access token. How long is this fucking token, dude? Bro, what is this token? Full screen. Logs. Still doesn't help. Yeah, so you just get your project ID, environment ID, environment name, player ID, and access token inside the context.
It's very long.
Yeah. And then they pulled in the access token into the API. And then they used their project ID and player ID and awaited the results. And then returned them. But that is a good example of how to get inventory.
On how to get inventory?
Yeah, that's a good player inventory.
So this allows you to like update like inventory information?
Within the Unity plugin, yeah.
So like it basically deals with that stress
Yes.
through the cloud?
Yeah. So essentially it says, okay, we're gonna get all the items per this player, which means their project ID, their player ID, their access token. Then we're going to access the API, the inventory API through their access token, because that's how they're able to access these different. The player is able to access these different things inside.
Yeah, within the economy thing.
Within the economy. Side of the service, and then it says we're going to return the results of the promise once it comes back.
Okay.
And then it returns all the data back of their inventory.
Right, and this
And
is
then down
just
here
for
is
for inventory type stuff, or like can this be what can this be
Well,
used
that
for?
can be used for anything else. But this deals specifically just with the Unity service economy portion for that one.
Yeah, like I'm curious if like is there any kind of anything extra you could use that for to help get stress off of our side, like locally?
Don't know.
Like that's clearly just for the economy, which is like dealing with like that could also be used for currency updating and shit.
Yeah,
like
that could-
item up
for a
like
lot of things.
updating items and not just the
SDK
inventory.
right here. Unity economy SDK player inventory. That was the one example. Here's currencies. Currencies. Goes new currency API. Currency set currency. Player currency balance. Decrement the player currency balance.
Oh, so I think they have it like specified. So for currencies and well, I guess this would be for like number. Well, I mean it's the same thing. Numbers, strings of.
Yeah, so they're using a currency ID that we would input inside of the actual API.
I see.
So like if we inserted like three different currencies per se. So if you think of Rift, how you have your
Yeah.
your silver, your gold, and your platinum. this is kind of how you would do it. You would make the
Yeah, so
recurring
that
say,
stress,
currency
that's
ID.
that stress gone. That
Yeah.
stress gone is really good, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a huge deal.
It is. Yes.
Just those three things are a huge deal. Just having that stress gone on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It seems like in these examples, like these are the only things that they touched on, right? The inventory and currencies SDK, and then
For the most part, yeah.
for the most part. But I feel like if there's some other use cases that we could abuse,
But this is
Yeah.
specifically they have the authentication here.
but I guess
There's
it's
an
up to our
authentication.
imagination to figure out what we could use it for, right?
Yeah. It's up to us how
That's
we
what
use
that's what it
for.
comes down
We're
to.
just
Is
giving
yeah, it's just these
trying to
two
give you
examples
an
are for like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
of how
I
to
got
do
it.
Yeah.
You know, that's great. That
But you see this?
um
Authentication.
anonymous
The
authentication.
module.
Oh, is this the anonymous? Like this is like
This is
security.
signing in. Yeah.
This is like making you like really like anonymous, like with your IP.
No.
No.
As you can see, you're not anonymous.
So sign in anonymously is like an anonymous authentication using what is it? It's just authenticating.
Anonymous authentication usually. Oh, I guess you can log in anonymously. Like you're still logged in. You still have a player ID
Yeah.
associated. Your name just doesn't show. Essentially, is what I think it is.
If you want to have that as an option.
No, I don't want to assign an option, but I want to be able to do the like right here. If you look at here, there's an authentication example, and then this is how we do it. Because we'd have to use the unity.services.core and then put this in and system.threading.
Okay, so anonymous. The word anonymous there is not necessarily mean anonymous.
Yeah.
Why is okay? Well,
I mean they are anonymous, but they're not anonymous. Like
they're anonymous in the context of
others knowing, but in the system, the game knows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how else would other players get to see that unless we like specifically showed that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Anyways,
We're not gonna have a sign in anonymous thing, but it says sign in anonymously, but it doesn't look like it's a.
Yeah. Okay. It's basically authenticating with the player ID and their instance.
Yeah.
Whatever instance, doesn't matter much. Okay, and asynchronously. Oh, so it does it async. It signs them in async through the cloud, pretty much.
Async just means it doesn't have to necessarily wait to finish.
Yeah, but like what this example means is that this is how you would do it through the cloud, signing in.
Yeah, because that takes the stress off, or that doesn't. When it's async, it doesn't block any other tasks you may have going on.
Okay.
So like right here, they have this created. They made it async, and then they just.
Oh, and this uses the Unity Services authentication.
Yeah.
Oh, authenticator and authentication. I can't. The text is kind of.
Yeah. So when this script awaits, it'll initialize the async to the service. And then it'll run this task here.
Yeah. So that
automatically assign this function to the listening, or add.
Oh yeah, initialize it. Okay.
Yeah, to the instance signed.
To the instance signs then.
Well, this is a function that it's listening for, and it's listening on the instance of the authentication service. It's saying append this function.
Okay.
To this function of this instance of the authentication class.
All right.
is what that's saying. And same thing down here. The one the sign-in failed. So it constructs these, and then it says, all right, now fire off.
Okay, and this authenticator service must be pretty decent. Have some features on it, clearly.
It's got players and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Right here, player management. See, you can enter player IDs and stuff when we insert them in and log them in and stuff like that. Like we don't
Wow.
actually have to create our own database of users.
Wow, man, what the fuck?
So if we created, like if we wanted to create another game, we could just make a call to.
Oh, we could literally just convert them over.
Yeah, we can just search this.
Well, that is something. That's pretty
send them in.
easy.
Yeah,
Maybe you can figure out if you're a programmer.
sort of. Like I mean,
Sort
even
of.
if you're a programmer, you just gotta learn.
Yeah, you still have to learn it as well. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no, it seems very promising, even though it's in development.
Yeah, no, that does.
But like here's the economy. You can find the player. Okay, I'm already there. And then here is where you can start making all your resource stuff, like currencies, inventory item, virtual purchase, real money purchase. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, bro. You know what this is, right? It's the
Kinda.
whole game set up in terms of your shop and in-game, like your whole shop.
Oh yeah, I
And
know.
in-game.
I know, but is it actually what it is, or like can you actually you can plug that in?
So yeah, you can plug these in. Yeah, I don't
I
know
mean-
how you do these purchases. That's because like in the examples, there's a
Yeah, I know.
API,
I know.
currency,
Yeah, it's a separate thing. Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
that
don't
makes
know
life.
how we plug these in, but I'm
But
sure
if you
I'm sure
can-
do some googling and figure it out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then like you could make virtual currency with the real money purchase.
I mean, that's what we
And then
want.
Yeah. So you'd make a real money purchase. Well, real money purchase would be of whatever currency we decide to use, you know. And then the virtual purchase would contain the currency ID. Like it has the ID, you know, real money.
Oh, and then you can
we
separate
all that
them.
shit.
Oh, and then
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
separate them.
Yeah, and then you can set the resource details.
I see.
Bro, that's so nice.
That looks really convenient. This
It
is funny.
is.
Well, it's funny how it's just right there. I mean, it technically is just like it's universal. This could be universally used in any context of any game, right? Those choose types, even for like a mobile game or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. It'd be cool to. Have that in when it's worthy.
Oh, I know what this is for. Okay, that makes sense. So essentially,
Add custom data JSON is valid? I don't know, but
you can do. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but like these. So what these configurations for these resources are is they're individual items. And then what you would do is you choose what type it is. If it's a currency for your like in-game, you select currency. If it's gonna be something that is tracked virtual, like for a virtual purchase with one of the currencies, you do a virtual purchase. So like
Yeah.
your skins, like how we plan on having different skins, would be a virtual purchase. So
Oh.
we virtual purchases.
oh, virtual
we
purchase is
assign
an
the
item.
IDs. Yeah, and then we grab the IDs, and then we can search based on the virtual purchase type of these, along with if they were to buy the premium currency purchases would be set for real money purchase.
Right. And then what is inventory item is just
Inventory item would be the item itself. Your guns,
so it's
your
so
weapons,
that's basically any item like just it's not a paid item, right? It's nothing to do with like real money.
it can be anything. It can be
Yeah, but that's literally just
anywhere.
that's the database for all the items, just like straight up, right? That's where you would do it.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially.
So if it's a real money, So if it's a real money for like the skins, obviously they may. I don't know how that would work. I mean, there might be a skins thing that they can set their skins. Obviously, it's going to be maybe some of them are unlockable. Some of them they have to buy. Either way, but yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I think a virtual purchase is locked. Virtual purchase is locked, while an inventory item is straight up can just be is not.
Virtual purchase is locked.
That and then you have to make the purchase to unlock it on your account. That's how that works. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. So it's still an item. It's just behind a paywall.
Yeah, essentially.
That's how that works.
I need to find more out about this. Create
Wow.
a set of currencies, items, and purchase mechanics, and publish, download, blah, blah, blah. I want the get started guide, please.
I hope there's enough documentation on this.
Currency allow a user to balance one or more currencies/denominations in game. Inventory item represents a definition of a resource that is created as part of the configuration. Players can own instances of inventory items. And unlike currencies, each item can have its own property. Or each instance can have its own properties.
Okay. What is that?
That's how we can create like the different rarities.
Okay. That's not that's not necessarily like changing
No.
like yeah.
No.
Like a reload like
Add,
no. Okay. Move on.
You can do that.
Yeah, but I mean if it saves resources, if there's something maybe, who knows.
Yeah, maybe. Some purchases. A player can buy in-game currency and inventory items with different in-game currency and inventory items. Virtual purchases. Or by using real money via a digital storefront. So let's see. I want to read more on what this is. Okay, currency. Blah. So, virtual purchase. Allow players to purchase in-game currencies or inventory items using their in-game currency balances or items already in their inventory rather than real money. Use cases for virtual items include in-game shops, exchanging an inventory item for another, exchanging an inventory item for in-game currency, converting one type of currency for another. To add virtual purchase resources, access economy, give the transaction a resource name, an ID for use in API calls. For example, if your virtual purchase for the sword, the item could be, or the item name could be buy sword and the ID is auto-generated from the name, or you can change it to anything that suits you in your game. Click next, filter section. In the what does this purchase buy section, set the resource field to a currency or inventory item. Oh. Acquires as a result of this transaction as well as the amount.
You gotta check this out. You gotta check this out. They have a sample project for all these for the game services, like another one. What the fuck?
Where?
I found it. Loot
Fuck
boxes,
yeah.
daily rewards, starter packs, seasonal events. It's 2020.3 as well. Tested with 2020. It was updated 2 months. Updated 11 days ago.
That's not bad.
How various servers can be used together to address and implement typical backend game user.
Oh, that got a cloud code right there. And scripts. So daily reward sample view. Update cooldown.
Is this
Alright,
relevant?
that wasn't even much to look at. Reward
No.
manage. No, I'm just trying to look at the cloud, how they do the cloud code. Cooldown script name. Script name. Unity services dot initialize async. If not, authentication service instance is signed in. Await the sign in anonymous. Update economy. Where's update economy? There it is. Await task dot when all economy manager dot instance dot refresh currency balances and economy manager dot instance dot refresh inventory. Alright.
Use case samples.
Instance sign in.
Oh, it's got Unity scenes. It's got sample scenes. You can just plug it in, and you should be able to plug it in and play with your server, right? No?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
You'd
no,
have
no.
to set everything up to do it.
It's like, yeah.
This equals no, return out.
I don't know. There might be an automatic setup. What does the README say?
No, that's not an automatic setup, because you have to have your items and stuff in order for all of that to work. Grant cooldown request cloud code.call endpoint.
It says read each.me, which contains a dashboard setup section which describes what data has been created on the dashboard for each service used by that use case. No?
So in this use case, it has something in there.
Oh, it is up to you to plug it in? They're just talking like what's on their shit. Okay, well, fuck. I mean, it's like, is any of this would any of this be useful or negatory? It clearly has some UI setup and stuff, like GUI setup with some samples, because there's TextMesh Pro in there. Like, there's clearly going to be a visual layout, like, example of what these are, and then if I mean, there's the seasonal A, B, like, are any of these would be great to, like, speed any of these processes up, or no?
I mean, some of these would be, like, they got this struct down here.
I mean,
grant cooldown result.
If any of these could save you time, I would use them. That's just that's all I'm saying.
Grant reward.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
For grant time random reward, there's a grant result right here. See how this is all set up?
On claiming daily rewards?
Yeah.
Oh, we could have daily rewards. Oh, that's really good. We could have could we have like a 15-minute like reward?
I mean, we can make it whatever.
Or like 30 minutes, cuz you know why that's a thing in mobile games, right? Player retention.
No, I don't.
You don't? You don't know why they have like 5-minute, like any of those mobile games, why they have like, they give you free gifts every 5 minutes for no reason?
Oh.
Just for no reason? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like quests. I'm like,
No, I'm talking like just literally for doing nothing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
That's what claiming a daily reward is, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, what if we had something like, um, just for testing purposes, see how people feel about it. If it's too intrusive, make it longer, but give them something that if the game gets boring or something in between or something happens, that's cool to know. We could give them a little juice. Just 'cause why not? I mean, there's nothing. There's
Yeah.
clearly going to be some downtime within 30 minutes of gameplay, right? Or an hour. Every hour. What are you checking?
Just checking on how when this would get called, but I'm assuming it's not really going to get called that often. But yeah, there's this, but this is how you'd set this up, and then that call. This is exactly how I thought you'd call it. I just didn't do the cloud code dot add it in the inventory. Then you do grant result, and then the name of the script, and then your any parameters you're passing in. And then it automatically sends back this grant result. Interesting. That didn't really show anything to do with there's the economy manager. That's one I want to look at. And space daily rewards, economy manager, currency HUD view, inventory HUD view, instance, destroy, otherwise assign, refresh currency balance. New player balances, get balances, options.
What does HUD view mean? Is they're referring to
Oh,
the
it's just something that they're referring to, I think, or they created something somewhere for that. It's
for
a
the
mono
U.
behavior, so they attached it to something.
Yeah, it must be some kind of graphical user interface part of their
Yeah,
sample.
likely. Get balance options, items per fetch 100. Get balance text. Get balance async and the options, balances. Utils.process economy task with retry. Ooh, they got a retry task. Get balances task.
Well, that's convenient.
I know, right?
Just in a single line like that. That's all it takes. Like that's what a retry is. A retry is just like.
Well, they did all the coding inside of there, but that's just essentially what they did.
Yeah,
So they got
okay.
play, and then while true, try to do.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Try to do the task. And
Yeah,
then
it's all
return
long.
it.
It's all longer here. It's all. This is what.
Yeah.
This is the function.
Yep. They did all the functions.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called the
Utils
function.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
this,
they call them, the function.
yeah, that's how you make functions. Okay, it is what it means.
Yep. Yeah. So this just means like namespace and then namespace class typically, and then you got your method slash function, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So, how does this make you feel? Promising to use? Well, what are you trying to get done right now? It's like update whatever you can with what you already have. Or I guess like check out all the possibilities. Clearly there's like a lot of stuff when it comes to these services they can benefit from. It's unfortunate that
Then they
Here
got
we
it on
go.
destroy instance equals null. I don't know why they just didn't do it here, but okay. But yeah, that's kind of nice. Then you refresh inventory, then set balances here on the currency rebalance, items for fetch, get inventory, retry. This is actually kind of nice. Cloud code. Oh, and then they got the JS read here. Holy shit. So we got Lodash and we got the API inventory data. Get the context. Get the data API with the access. Epoch time, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what that is. Grant time, reward time. Where is this? Up here. Nope, I'm wrong. Where is it? Oh no, that's the get items. Okay. I think that's the name they gave it. Data.results.
Oh, check if the cooldown is expired or is never set. That's interesting. The cooldown timer is not expired.
Check time in seconds. Then currency, inventory, currency's ID. See, like right here they got coin, gem, pearl star, item IDs, sword, shield. Pick random currency ID from the currency IDs. Pick a random currency quantity.
Wait, so this isn't where you would add stuff. This is just an example.
Yeah, this is examples, but I mean it's where it's showing you how you would like
Yeah, I'll show you how you
get a
do it.
random how you get like a currency item or currency ID.
Yeah, and then you would plug in your network, your clouded part.
Yeah, you put your stuff in instead.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh.
Like I mean this would be the same, this would be the same. Essentially this would be the same, but with your own IDs that are in your stuff.
Yeah. These aren't that big scripts, aren't they?
Do what?
These scripts aren't that big, aren't they? They're like
Not really. It's
only like
just
100
functions.
lines. Yeah.
Like the majority of this script is literally just right here. This whole thing here literally is the main script. 62 lines, the rest of it's just functions to make things a little easier.
So there really is a lot going on in each line.
Yeah. Lodash.
Oh, this is just for random reward.
It's just cloud code.
Oh, just cloud code.
Yeah, for what was it called? What they call it? Grant time. Yeah, grant time random reward.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yep, it's just a random reward. So yeah, this is yeah.
I mean, that's if we're gonna have a random reward. I mean, we might as well at this point if we're gonna use this. No?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to mess with
Yeah,
this
it's just
more.
that's one of these. Yes.
Yeah, but no, this is great. Like this whole economy with the cloud code like combination, it's great.
Okay, well, that's good. That's reassuring. Um, yeah, it's pretty reassuring.
Yeah, so essentially you can set your transactions for different things. So like if I were to do, let's do configuration, let's do real money, right? Buy current.
I think I need to be.
Current.
I need to be in your Unity project to be able to add stuff if I really wanted to. At some point. Yeah, I don't think I figured out how to join your one properly. Your project. I'm in your org. It's just, I don't.
If you got the repo,
It's just a cloud project. Is there a GitHub cloud project, right?
it's just a cloud project, yeah.
From the GitHub. I mean, from the Unity Hub Manager.
It's what it originally started as.
It should be called the
in order for
Warborn Killer.
Yeah.
Huh.
So let's name this. Currency. Let's name it dollars. Next. Initial balance. Let's do 0 and do 100. I don't know. Just gonna.
I don't see it.
And then add a resource.
Oh, maybe you just
Do
click on
silver.
org.
Name it silver. 0, 100. Right? Okay. Did it not add that? Add. Silver. Next. 0, 100. Add. There we go. Then add. Currency, why not? Let's name it premium. Next. 0 to 100. Just testing. And then we'll add a real money purchase with buy premium currency. Next. What does this purchase buy? Add a resource. It purchases premium. And then, we can set different amount types as well for this purchase stuff. We'll do 25 just for testing.
Oh, I have to link my project to the
Oh yeah, you have to do that. Yeah.
I have to link my project to the Unity to get those options, right?
Yeah.
Like
You have to go to your
economy and
project settings.
okay. Yeah, I figured out how
Make
to
sure
switch it to our organization, so now I'm on ours. Apparently, I have my own private one, or whatever my default one was.
Yeah. Would be iOS and Android.
We start putting items in here, then you can start putting them in physically in the game, make them pick upable, and then updatable, and then droppable, and eh. I wonder what the update period for that is gonna be.
The IAP settings. Where is that at? And the IAP settings for this project. Where's the IAP settings?
Huh? IAP, in-app purchases?
Yeah, for this project. Please
Oh,
ensure you have set up your Google key and the IAP settings for this project.
yeah, I haven't really dabbled into that. I know what it is, though. It's just in-app purchases, but yeah. Set up your Google key in the... Oh. Do you have one?
No, I was
Oh.
just testing.
It's not gonna let you. Well, yeah, wherever that is, I know it's just where you put in your, stuff. Apparently you can link, I guess you can link your, iOS key and your dev stuff
Yeah.
through here. Yeah, right
Like-
here. That's
I
nice.
need to look at the real money. Oh, you have to enable them all, or you have to create the process using the in-app purchasing plugin from Unity.
Yeah.
You have to configure the products on both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. But yeah, so configuration. For example, if your real money purchases for a shield, the item name can be by shield, the ID is auto-generated for the item name, you can change it to anything that suits you. Set the resource field to a currency or inventory item player acquires as a result of this transaction, as well as the amount of the item the player receives and which device is it available on, which device is this available on field to the ID of the purchase in the reference store. You do not allow items to be purchased in one of the available stores when the corresponding one is blank. You can add any optional customization data you want allocated to this real money purchase by entering it into the custom data box. Click add, click publish. Gotcha. So essentially, you just set the amount that's going to be purchased of something, and then when it goes through on the App Store or on the Google Play Store, or Steam or whatever the fuck, or on your storefront, then you get that amount of resources. But you can, if it's not going through Apple or Google, neither one of these are going to be either way. You can
Yeah,
add custom data to set it to whatever your Steam stuff is, or Xbox stuff is,
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, apparently you can't put those options there, but you can just write it in. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
into the additional data, and then based on what they require, which would be most likely a cost, and whatever the item ID is, you know.
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I kind of know how to set this up now a little bit for the economy. It just takes a matter of making a few calls to the crate and like maybe just two currencies, like $0 and just seeing what comes up, or just seeing how to update to save those and load them back. And I'll have the basis of a currency loading thing. So let me write that down. So items to project economy test retrieving item data test updating item data. Cool. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it for the night. I'll pick back up with this tomorrow, man.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good news that this is all practical and it's not like, it's actually an option.
Yeah, we don't have to build it all from scratch. We can just call it by the ID and, all that stuff.
Yeah, and there's not really much of a cost to it as well.
No.
And it works, and then it's just like there's only so many other options besides Photon and Mirror, but they're made by people that are outside of Unity, and I think Photon actually has a team of people, maybe compared to Mirror. I don't know, they look like they're a little bit more established, but that's just from my perspective. I mean, honestly, when it comes to Unity straight up, like their own backend networking solution like this, especially web-based through the web browser.
Oh yeah, so much better. Not to mention also once we get our game actually live, we have this analytics thing that we can just look at,
Yeah, there's a lot of extras on there, aren't there?
Yeah,
Like,
there's data explorer.
what the fuck is this? I'm curious what we could see.
So here's Event Manager. So we got ad impressions if we set ads in our game.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, it's like,
I mean, we could always do something like watch an ad for X.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it, to be honest. It's just like, I'm not against it. It's just the thing is an ad impression is only gonna make so much money. The thing is like an ad impression from like a mobile ad, because I think this is like an ad impression is I mean, I guess it could be any form of
Yeah, an ad impression is just an ad being shown to a user.
I know, but if we were using this in our game context, what would that be? Would that be something like? I know, but how much do you think you'd actually get paid for that one video? that really depends on the service that you're and the thing is, would that be so how intrusive would that be, and would that be worth it in the end to the point where the player would just get fucking
It
annoyed?
shouldn't be that intrusive if the user is like.
Oh yeah, if it's not just randomly
clicking
put in
the
their
button.
face. Yeah, if it's like in a separate area and they want to make some extra coin, then yeah, heck yeah. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. That's nice. Yeah, I mean then it's like who the fuck cares at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we had a menu that just like people want to make some currency, like this is how you would support the game or whatever. It doesn't have to be currency, it could be like a skin or some shit. Watch an X amount of ads, you get a free skin or something. Yeah. I mean, we could be creative with that, and that's literally another way of monetizing. Even though I don't know how much you'll actually get from that, but it would exist,
It would be sense.
yeah, and
on
we could also do like Twitch streamers if they consent, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know I'm not talking like money, but it'd be more of like a community like engagement thing where it'd benefit us. It'd benefit us in terms of like getting actually more players interested into the game, because like, oh look, this streamer has their fucking ad in the game. What the fuck? Look, it's his own face. Like we literally could put their own face in like that. That could the possibility of that is just like that's a lot more value than just money. I mean that technically does convert to money in the end if it works. So, you know.
Potentially, yeah.
Well, I mean it's a crazy like it's a lot more real than you think. I'm telling you that. There's a lot of
I know.
like Discord. Oh my God, it's so good for like getting players like new people into a game.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just we're not really working on that. But yeah, no, ad impression great.
we're not
So
working right now.
what is what else is on their client device? Record a player's.
That's not much because it's just going to be PC or Xbox or PlayStation. But we can see pretty much. We could see like what the player base mostly consists of or whatever.
Yeah, I know that'd be cool.
And then we got game ended, which means when someone exits the game and no session is, so we can see how many times that fires off in a day.
Oh, since when a player exits a game. Oh, so we could have that would be like a time. You could have timestamp information, like literal like an actual time, or is that not okay?
So yeah, you get an event timestamp, event version, user ID, session ID, event name, unique identifier, and then you can get.
Like we can see at what time when they like logged out, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. What their player ID is within Unity.
Okay, so yeah,
get a
that's.
lot of.
I mean, just knowing that alone. Yeah, just knowing that alone is already. Connection type. Oh yeah. You can see the country ID. Okay.
You can? Where?
Oh, 2-digit country code representing the country of the players and
Country, gotcha.
is in yeah. I'm like I'm like a privacy person, but I mean just for like as a developer, it's obviously critical. So it's like whatever.
Yeah. Because then that helps identify any issues.
Yeah, like hackers and stuff. Oh my God, they're all coming from fucking this country. What the fuck?
Not only that, but you can also identify any issues relating to like if it's just a certain
Yeah. So many other
so
many other use cases. I know. Not just that. Oh, percentage of battery. That's funny. No.
That's not even. I mean that might get sent over with laptops. But.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like no way. MacBooks, Mac people on the go. It's like that's gonna be a 0.1% of gamers.
So there's also game running. So that gives us all the information in terms of then timestamps. It's the same information except just.
Yeah, I would love to get some information actually recorded and then.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
That would be
Game
awesome.
running, and then game started. This is when they first launched the game. And then when
You
a
know,
new player installs the app on their device. Interesting.
oh, we could do that through a Windows program. Starts a brand new session for like the very, very first time.
No.
Oh,
Game
that's just
started.
oh, that's just starting
That's
like.
when they start the game. It
Oh,
gives you
okay,
a
okay,
research
okay,
session.
okay, okay, yeah.
And then new players sent when a new player installs the app on their device.
Oh, yeah,
What's
that's not, huh?
device model? An iPad. There's no way.
For
iPad Pro 10.5 inch. There's no way it would give that specific of an information. Come on now.
really?
There's no way. Yeah, it says device model. It says device model name, i.e.
For the
iPad
first
7.
time you've installed it, right? Oh,
Yeah,
this.
the first time they installed it.
Oh, and then they can record that.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of sketchy? I mean, it's not sketchy. It's just like it sounds kind of like a weird thing to want to know.
You can see like
I mean, I think that's really really cool. But it's like, so if they delete it again and then install it, does that get triggered?
This won't get triggered. No.
Yeah, so it's literally the
They
first.
already
That's
installed
based
it.
off of like their IP or like their user ID.
Yeah, it's based off their user ID.
Yeah, based off the user ID. Okay, I mean, that's quirky.
Yeah, it says generated by the SDK. So when
Yeah,
they
that's-
reinstall it, it's gonna still be there because the SDK is gonna still be there. 'Cause when you uninstall a game, it doesn't uninstall the SDK.
Yeah.
Notification
Interesting.
opened. When a push notification is open,
Well,
that's not gonna matter because doesn't matter. User assignment automatically assigns the player to a campaign for reporting. That's for us. That's what that means for campaign, like a growth thing. Unity signal session, Unity signal purchase, signal install. So this is probably how it gets that to see if it's installed.
Oh, so you could check if you want to see if the game is if you want to see if the game is installed on people's computers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This is
Oh.
the event that gets fired when they install.
Oh, okay. But that can be analyzed. That can be recorded.
Yeah, so I think this handles this.
Huh.
I think that Unity signal install it gets called in this, and that's why it can track all that information.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, interesting. Prediction results. Records the predicted values for user churn and payer probability. Interesting. Then we got SDK start, which obviously starts when you first launch the game ever. And then transaction. Sent when a player makes an in-app purchase, tracks the purchase amount. Huh.
Huh.
Where was it? Was it this? Ad controls. Advertiser blocking.
I'm curious how our stress test is gonna go with fucking so many players. Right?
Right here. Campaigns. Player engagement. Campaigns. When it says assign user assigned. This thing. Um, we just have to gather information essentially. You know, it's pretty much all it is. Gather information and see what's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna start doing try to do some coding with the new Unity backend stuff here. So I was just doing a lot of looking around since we kind of came up along this and just trying to figure it out, see what it's all about. Got it installed in the project, and now it's just a matter of implementing the code in. So
I mean, we're
with
clearly
what I
gonna
can,
go with this.
do what?
We're clearly gonna go with this, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I will see everyone tomorrow around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, and hope to see everyone back. Peace and much love. All right. Now that I ended that, because yeah, it's just a lot. So
Yeah, it's pretty late.
yeah.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, it's one, it's late. Two, it's we found that and it's just a lot to like look over and take in. And that I literally did no coding today. It was just looking through all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great stress relief, honestly, thinking about it.
Yeah, it is.
All that extra all that help.
Yeah.
It seems like it's really good for like from a coder's perspective, for sure.
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Um,
I don't have to worry about trying to do like database backend stuff.
yeah,
I don't have to worry about also trying to set up tables for items, different types of currencies. Obviously, for the inventory items, I'm going to have to set different properties inside the the JavaScript JSON thing. But other than that, it's not going to be much. You know, like any buffs for like health or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't have to worry about doing any of that. I can just make values, specify is percentage, is, whatever, put the number in there, be done, change numbers for different rarities, be done.
yeah. Sounds promising. I'm curious how how a bunch of players would end up in a stress test situation when we ever get to that point. You know.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna call it and hop off here. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning. I'm actually tired myself. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon, anyways.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, I'll see you later. We'll get more done on this. More understood, at least. No,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right.
Yep. As long as we keep making progress, we'll be fine.
Yeah, it was just yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious how it'll turn out. Yeah, to the point where at least walking around and interacting, managing items or something with another player, or even shooting them, and then adding another player, seeing how that will turn out and how that will react, and then just keep going from there.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, 'cause I'm curious how they what happens when we go past however many certain amount of players.
Yeah, that just comes down to script rewrites and trying to keep it
Yeah.
as condensed as possible, and like I'm talking about like not willy-nilly like creating a bunch of unnecessary variables, and if it's just
Yeah.
a simple like one-line thing that can just be returned back after a calculation, not create a
Yeah,
new
I'm
variable and
curious.
return
I'm
it.
curious how
But yeah, should be interesting. It should be hopefully we'll get it.
yeah, I mean, it's gotta fucking it's funny.
We'll get it. It's just gonna take time,
Yeah.
just like anything else, Neil.
Yeah.
Once I understand it from a coding perspective, though, it's gonna fly by fucking fast.
Yeah, no, that's
Like
good.
day-night cycle script.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. I know you created all those other scripts too, and like they're pretty major things, especially if you haven't coded in the past through Unity API, have you? With Unity API?
Nope.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean,
and
I
what
did a
you,
little bit. I did a little tutorial that they
yeah, you
had,
had to,
like
obviously.
in the past with like a little, you learned like this little like sphere you rolled around and collected like little spinning like squares.
Yeah, but it's showing like their language
Yeah.
on top inside C Sharp.
I didn't really do much. It was mostly copy, paste, and follow the tutorial.
Yeah, so it's pretty quick getting that done. But yeah, no, that's great. Also, I think it would be great if we had another person as like a third opinion, like instead of just our, how there's like both of us and we just have like our opinions, like our biased opinions. Like if we had, like I know we can just literally just ask anyone, but yeah, it'd have to be someone that, like, if we had a third opinion on these ideas and even decisions, like, I mean, every critical decision that we've made so far is pretty much how it would be anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like it all makes sense. So, but I'm thinking like we don't necessarily need it, but I think it'd be great if we had someone else, like, so especially if they could deal with something that would help the game as well.
Well, yeah, like say this would be cool if you could add this, or if you could add that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
someone who's able to, yeah, especially able to at least work on it twice a week, and give their opinion and ideas. I think it'd be great if we had another person.
Yeah, but in order for that to happen, we'd have to have a somewhat even playable version. Like we don't even have anything in terms of items or anything like that.
Oh yeah, they'd have to
be
be like, they have to know exactly what position we're in as well. So, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why I hope to plan on just eventually, like, once we get it in a somewhat playable position, we can build it out and send copies on over to like some people to alpha test it, and then they report bugs and get feedback, and
Yeah, something like that. Something more like that than a third opinion, or like, I mean, I guess our ideas are fine. There's nothing wrong with them.
yeah, our ideas are fine for the start. I know it's not going to be something that's going to
It's like I just don't know if we're like
let
missing
everyone
something.
that's
Is there
gonna be like,
something?
yeah, this is such a awesome game, but like,
I just
but
don't know
just
if maybe
we
there's
just
things we're not thinking of from another perspective. That's my
if there
guess.
is, we can always add it in.
I mean, I think the thing is, maybe we don't even know, like, some kind of core mechanic on why I think all these things, like why stamina won't work inside this game in general, or maybe the way we have the gun stats, like, has like 10% and percentages and shit. Maybe that won't work with something. But I guess in the end, we already thought about it all, so I guess in the end it does all work with what we're working with so far. It's just, yeah, I'm just being cautious about it. I don't know. I guess it's not, honestly, I talk about it with people all the time, so I guess I could just ask anyone, especially there's a lot of professionals on here, on the Twitch stream, in the game, software and game dev.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
look,
get that.
yeah.
But also in the end, we also kind of talked about it, tossed those ideas around, and then found out the practical uses for it. And then
Yeah.
like for networking, we kind of just like the whole networking thing. We kind of passed the idea around and came up with quite a few different solutions, and then finally we came up with this. And
Yeah, I mean, to the best of our abilities,
I mean, not even just that. I mean, like if I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure a lot of other people would use the same thing.
yeah, I feel like maybe that's what it would end up being as well. Yeah. Alright. You probably should sleep.
Yeah. Peace, man.
Yeah, I'll see you later. There's like a pistol. Just want to see if I can play the animation on this. Clearly it's not here. It must be, um, how he's working in play mode. I just don't. Clearly don't know what I'm doing. So Right. Um, I need to read the manual on this. Oh, so these are the animations for the shot. Okay, so these are all the available animations. Hands without weapons. Okay, okay. So, what the fuck? So this would be the or the animation controller just plays it. Uh, packages. No, it's reloading, and no, it's just idle aim, hide. Okay.